Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host Charlie the Country. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host Charlie the Country Conservative. Are you ready? Because the show is about to begin.
Good evening, America, and welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where we stand firm in our principles and fight for the future of our great nation. I'm your host Charlie the Country Conservative, and tonight we're on a brink of a monumental moment in history, the upcoming November election. As we gather here tonight, our country faces a critical choice. This election isn't just about candidates for parties. It's about the very soul of America. It's about preserving the values that have made this nation a beacon of hope and freedom for generations. We are the torchbearers of liberty, the defenders of the Constitution, and the champions of individual rights. In the face of a growing government overreach and the erosion of our freedoms, we must stand united. We must remind ourselves that our fellow citizens, that the power lies within the people, not the politicians. So tonight, we'll explore the key issues at stake, from economic freedom to national security, and from the sanctity of life to the preservation of our Second Amendment rights. We'll ignite the passion that drives our conservative movement. So let's rise to the occasion, embrace our responsibility, and inspire others to join us in this fight. Together, we can ensure that America remains the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is the Conservative Viewpoint, and the future of our nation starts here, right now. Let's get into it. Hi, everybody. Hi, Vic, Tammy, Pat, Billy Bob, Joan. Hi, Joan. Sean's getting the house. Look at that. All right, guys. We're getting a crew together. It's awesome. How's everyone doing tonight? This is Monday, August 19th. I'm glad you guys made it back. I hope you guys had a great weekend, but it's time to get back at it. November's right around the corner, and we've got these idiots up here over my shoulder here. The Democrat National Convention. It looks pathetic. There is chairs open everywhere. I've never seen a crowd before this small. It's unreal. Let's see. I've got a picture here I'm going to show you of the crowd up there. Let me find it. I know I have it here some damn place. I got to get to where all my stuff's at. Where are you hiding at? That's video one. Where did y'all go? I know you're here someday, place. Oh, wait. I think this is it here. There it is. Look at the top where it says DNC, and the bottom is the RNC, the first day on. And that is the most pathetic thing. This is when people were talking. This is not even when people were just starting to come in. This is when they already had guests talking on there, and this is what they had. Well, maybe some people will pick up. I don't know. And I don't know if you guys even want to see anything that has to do with Joe Biden. So if you want to, let me know. He's supposed to be talking. I don't know if he'll be talking by the time we're done here. Hi, Madeline. Dennis, how you doing, Dennis? Happy birthday, Pat's son. You got to open different screens. You got to have different windows open, John, if you want to watch multiple ones at the same time. Open a couple different windows, shrink them up, put them side by side. I've got 4 monitors, so I can't do it because I got loaded. Everything's loaded for this show, but I can do one. I'm adding a 5th monitor tomorrow, so we'll see about that. But it's actually going to be run off a laptop for all my articles, so I can still see those. But we've got a lot going on tonight. We can't let up now because this is getting ridiculous. The DNC's throwing out lies after lies after lies, and we have to let people know the truth. And this is what they have to get out and vote Republican. We got to get our country back with all these lies that they're sharing, and half these liberals are believing all this shit. So this is what we got to do. We got to work our asses off between now and November, no matter what, because if the signs of the DNC, I mean, that's going crazy at the DNC. I just got a thing on Yahoo Mail or Yahoo News that the protesters broke through the police fence near the DNC. So they're tearing themselves up. They're eating their own alive. So it's pretty funny. So we'll see what happens here. Let me close my window up here. But I've got a ton of articles going on here. But the first thing I want you to see, and if you've seen it already, that's okay. For the ones who haven't, a comedian that has been making fun, and you've got to see it. I just can't give it away. But this goes viral, and I want you to see the whole thing. So take a look at this real quick, and then we'll get into it after one more Trump ad. Take a look at this first.
All the conspiracy theories come out around it, too. I don't know what to believe. All I do know is that if our government tried to do an assassination attempt, that's kind of how it would look. Right? It was very inefficient. That was the DMV of assassination attempt. That's not good. They had a very small budget, you could tell. They wanted to do it with a grassy knoll at a parade like they were used to. They're like, we can't swing that. We got to do a tin roof at a town fair. That's all we got. Can't get any ex-military people to take the shot. Let's get the kid who came in last place on his marksman team. That apparently high schools have marksman teams. I've never tried it. Dude, that was just one big government block of cheese. Like, that's all that was. It was insane. I was hoping Trump was going to come out the same day, ear still bleeding, and do the press conference. They tried to shoot me. They tried to shoot me. They were too slow, and I'm too fast. I dodged the bullet. They didn't even see it. I saw it coming from so far away. It was like the Matrix. It was all in slow motion. Call me Neo. I'm the chosen one. They say he was a Republican. That's what they'll tell you. They'll say he was a Republican that shot, but I'll tell you right now, he shoots like a liberal. I'll tell you that. He shoots like a liberal. Not straight. So not straight. They said it was a fake bullet. That's what they said. It was a real bullet. We found the bullets. Turns out the bullets, they were made in China. That's where they were made. They were little, teeny, tiny Chinese bullets. So small, so tiny. I shot the guy back. They cut the cameras. They didn't show you that. It was me who shot him. I pulled out my Glock and I shot him right in the fucking face. That's what I did. It's crazy.
I think that's hilarious. I had to put that on there. That guy did a great impersonation. I just loved that one. I couldn't pass that one up. All right. Let's see. The last thing I want to show you is, if you didn't see it, the new Trump campaign out using Kamala Harris's words against her. And it's only a 30-second commercial ad, but take a look at this.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message. The alarming spike in inflation soaring to its highest level in nearly 40 years.
That is called Bidenomics.
Gas prices rose again today, reaching a new all-time high.
We're still dealing with inflation, and we've got super high interest rates at the same time.
Bidenomics is working.
2/3 of Americans are just struggling to make ends meet.
And this comes after Friday's jobs report showing a spike in unemployment.
And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
We're so proud of Bidenomics. It's working so great. Hi, Alan. Hi, John. Get down there. There's MAGA. What's up, MAGA? It's, I tell you what, that Trump got some great ads out there. That these people are idiots on the Democrat side. And this is just unbelievable, the things that are going on. So We're going to start off tonight with, what are we starting off with? Oh, what I brought up this morning on my morning show, and you guys have probably heard it all throughout the day. The House probe concludes Joe Biden committed impeachable offenses by helping to enrich his family, which we all knew. We've been talking about it forever, and we all knew it. But you know what? Even with this, even with all the evidence, the liberals are still sitting there saying they have no proof. That's why they're not impeaching the man. Not the fact that he's going to be gone in a few months. No, that can't be it. But I'm halfway could agree with them because our Republican Party is a do-nothing party. But they say it right in their briefing that they're not doing it because he stepped down and he's not running again. But the problem I have with it is they're letting the Biden crime syndicate family get away with all these crimes that they've committed. And it just go on, and they let them get away with this. Not bringing charges up against them is a problem. The least they could do is put criminal charges up against them. That's treason. Taking money from our enemies. Who knows what he's given them? What kind of sensitive material did he have in his documents that China had access to at the Penn Biden Center? But this is okay. No, not a problem. Just let him get away with all this stuff. I have a big problem with it. So, yes, tune in for John Kruger's show. He's going to have Jay Shepard on as a special guest, and we're also going to have our very own Violent Vixen on there, 29. She's going to be on there with Gab. So I can't wait to see them and see what they've got to say tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in. It is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. So make sure you guys tune in for that. All right, let's move it on. What else have we got here? I got to let it load up because I got so much going on this computer right now. I'm surprised it's even running like this. Come on now. I know it's about Nancy Pelosi threatening. Yep. Pelosi threatened Biden again if he did not quit. And we keep getting this. This is an ongoing article about this. But I am also going to let you watch this first video about this because we heard about it before, but for some reason it just continues on. They find new evidence of everything she was threatening him with. And this is why he's all pissed off about losing his nomination, because he was threatened to, well, take a look at this.
I was concerned if I stayed in the race, that would be the topic. You'd be interviewing me about why did Nancy Pelosi say, why did someone, and I thought it'd be a real distraction. With the COVID, excuse me, with dealing with everything we had to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare,
it's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision.
But it is so well reported that you were the leader of a pressure campaign.
No, I wasn't a leader of any pressure party. Well, let me say things that I didn't do. I didn't call one person.
One thing, she didn't call one person. She just told them why they were there. The guilty, drunken, asshole, bitch, Granny is probably the main person behind all this, along with Clinton and Obama. So you know they have all to do with it. But Dennis says it right. The GOP waited until impeaching Biden was irrelevant. And the GOP is the problem. And they are the problem. Nobody's being held accountable for the crimes that they were committing these past 4 years. And beyond. And that is the problem. And Dennis corrects me on here. That's Gabby from this day forward and forevermore. So we'll get that. And MAGA's right. We would have hung these people 70 years ago for treason in our country, but they just get away with it now, and they just mosey on about their day like nothing's happening. So I have a big, big problem with all this going on. Hi, Daniel. I didn't see you there. William, welcome. Everyone. Now I gotta catch up with the chatters and get their words out. That's why we're here, to get everybody's word out and their feelings on what's going on. Was just thinking if the shooter had a uniform and how people would have not alerted anyone to his position. That is true. He could have got away with this really, really easy, but he was not that bright or that good of a shot, thank God. Nobody's told the truth. This getting away with her. I just saw they said they're doing a $350 million ad spree. But you know this convention is going to be nothing but Trump bashing. That's all it's going to be. And telling more lies. That's all this is going to be. So if you guys want to watch him, if he comes on before we get off of here, then we will. I can turn it to screen share. We'll get it ready real fast if you want to watch him. But I figured the dumb wife of his is going to talk. They said a couple other people is going to talk. I figured they'd talk before him. But they said they were going to get him early enough so he can hightail it out of there. So, and what's with that U-Haul? Anybody hear about that? The U-Haul at the White House today? I got something in the email for tomorrow. I don't know. I'll look into it. But what's up with that? If you guys heard anything about that, let me know. I think his shot was good, but God was greater. Yeah, somebody definitely on Trump's side. That's for sure. All right, next thing we're going to get into is Harris reset the election, and congressional Democrats are starting to shift strategies. Well, now these idiot Democrats that are losing their votes are trying to get behind Kommila and thinking that the voters are going to actually be, they're actually not voters. They're made up people. Just like when she was in Pennsylvania and they made everybody leave Permane Brothers, which is our local sandwich shop. They've got them all over the East Coast. But they made everybody leave and they bust people in to make this commercial or whatever for her. And because they couldn't get anybody that actually wanted to see her. So they booted everybody out, just like the Sheets that she went into, which is a local gas station. Nobody wanted to see her. I mean, it's so pathetic that they make this shit up and they edit everything. They AI a lot of stuff. And they want people to believe, oh, it's not AI. Yes, it is. The chick chat. Heard about a U-Haul story, but not anything solid. I know. I can't find anything else about it. They showed a picture of it sitting in front of the White House, but that's it. Nobody's giving the stories anything. Nobody's finding anything out. Well, thanks, Alan, for that. If you guys hear anything, let me know. Did you see Russia had a 7.0 magnitude earthquake causing a volcano? No, I did not, Pat. Darn. Oh, bummer. There were literally dozens of people there. Where, Dennis? At Permane Brothers or the Sheets one? Yeah, I'm sure, Kurt. She's probably taking all the stuff she can get out of there. They need something to sell after they're done here because they ain't going to have the money to run all those houses and condos and cars that they got from other countries. They would not fly if it was my restaurant. They would not kick anybody out. Well, they probably promised them twice the amount of money if they kicked them out so they could do it there. Anything, snapshots and sound bites. That's what they're trying to get. But they're lying about their sound bites, so that's a problem. All right, what's next? Come on, thing. We'll let that boot up here while I look for my next video. They're all coming up slow tonight for some reason. I don't know why. My internet might be running slow. Haven't had this problem before, but this one here is, excuse me, Washington Post editorial board roasts Kamala Harris for her economic plan. How hard is that? Because this plan of hers will destroy this country, no matter what. But I wanted to watch this little video here. It's a little bit long, a little over a minute and a half, about Washington Post and her economics. This is a disaster waiting to happen, and there's no way around it, people. I can tell you everything that you want to know, but it's going to ruin this country. It will crash our economy, trust me. But take a look at this video real quick.
Joining us now is Andy Pudzer, former CEO of CKE Restaurants. Andy, good to have you on. What will Kamala's policies do to the food industry, given her claims of gouging disconnected with market forces?
Well, the only thing that price fixing does is it reduces the availability of goods. It'll take goods off the shelf. You go in the grocery store, there'll be fewer goods, or there won't be any goods. And quite honestly, when there's no goods on the shelves, it really doesn't matter where the government sets the prices. And her claims of gouging are absurd. We actually have the inflation numbers. You can compare the wholesale inflation numbers, which are what businesses pay, to the consumer inflation numbers. And if you do, over the term of the Obama administration, they're both up about 19%. Well, that's because businesses aren't gouging. They're dealing with the same inflationary pressures that consumers are, and they have to increase the price of their goods to stay in business. They can't absorb all these inflationary costs. So what Harris says, you covered it very well in your summary. She's in a tough spot. She can't stick with the policies that have obviously failed. The Biden-Harris policies, she owns them. The two big spending bills, she's the tie-breaking vote. And she can't adopt all of Trump's policies, or she'd look ridiculous. She wouldn't be a credible candidate, although she's tried. What she has to do in the middle is find some new things to do, and she thinks that if she comes up with these emotional appeals, well, I'm going to cut real estate price. I'm going to cut home prices by giving them money. I'm going to cut food prices by just telling people they can't charge as much. She thinks she'll get some votes. By the way, if they were going to do this, she could walk 20 feet down the hall and say, Joe, I got some great ideas here. Why make people suffer until January 20th? Let's just implement these ideas now.
You see what I mean? This economic policy is going to could add $2 trillion more onto the deficit. Can't afford the deficit we have now because of Biden, the Democrats, and their overspending. And she wants to add this on. Plus, she wants to do what? 3 million houses she wants to build. And I guarantee you they'll probably be all for the 20 million illegal criminals that she's let in on her bloodbath border crisis. As the border czar, we got to make sure we keep that up. But this is on top of all that. And she wants to do that stuff. This will kill, and real economists, I think I have it somewhere, and I had one. I can't remember. But real economists are saying the same thing. It will destroy this country. It will be crashing down. And all these liberals think because the stock market went up a little bit, everything's great. Some guy said, well, look at my 401k. Well, your 401k just took a hit, and now it may start recovering, but it has not recovered yet. So I'm getting sick of these idiots thinking there's nothing wrong with this country. It's unreal. They have been working on the food source for 4 years now, burning down the food plants. Oh, yeah. Processing centers, farms, killing the chicken, beef, cattle. Oh, yeah. This is a plan from the get-go. They started this years ago when Trump was in office. They started planning on this. You're right, John. Ask Mr. Peanut Jimmy Carter. Yeah. Oh, I got it. A little gnat I finally got. The whole is communistic. That's why the Kommila, I don't even remember how I said it on my ad this morning. Making a crisis to inflict pain. And that's what's going to happen. The shelves are going to be bare. And this is another reason why Dennis and I are putting out Don't Get Dead disaster factor tips for this very reason, because you're going to see food lines come back from like in the olden days. And people are going to be out there wanting those blocks of government cheese and everything again, the powdered milk and all that crap, because of these Democrats. It's going to happen if we do not win this election. You can almost put that money in the bank because we are not going to have any money in the bank. We can't afford the deficit now because politicians are laundering money all over the fucking world. You're right there, John. Every war that we should not be involved in, that's where our money's going. Our taxpayer money. It's ridiculous. Sean Parnell jumped on the prepping boat now. He said, not if, but when the shit hits the fan. No kidding, Dennis. See that? We started a trend. What the hell? I don't think he's dead yet. He's in hospice care, Dennis. Yeah, and Vic just said the same thing. Okay. Let's get down. Don't forget, she said you'll be begging her for a loaf of bread. She's right, because they hate every one of us. The Democrats, the Republicans, the government hates us. They're trying to become a China here. They want to be a commie country, and that's what they're turning into. If we let them happen and have to win in November, we are going to be a communist country, and you are going to see fighting break out all over the place, and it's just inevitable. If this happens, I'm telling you, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Unfortunately, we got too many China-owned companies around here, and it all needs to go away as fast as possible. Okay. Now, former White House economist warns Harris' agenda could shut down the entire U.S. economy. And these are actually good economists, not the fake ones that they keep pushing. 17 economists tell us we're doing great. Well, tell us who the economists are. Give us names so we can talk to these people to find out who the hell's lying to you. They never give names. They just say these people. Lying ass people. Anyways, we're getting into the Oversight Committee. Chairman Comer launches investigation into Tim Walz for alleged CCTV connections. We know he's got China connections, and that's a big issue. Hi, Becky. Who is in hospice care? I've been too busy to keep it up. Jimmy Carter is, Becky. He's like 98 years old, and the man's still kicking. I give it to anybody that can make it that long, but what kind of life's he living if he can't do for himself? I don't want to live to be that long. I probably won't anyways. But if you can't do for yourself, I don't want to live. I want to be able to do for myself. I'm a person that does do for myself. And you're welcome, Beck. I'm glad you tuned in tonight. But I don't want to live like that. Do you? Would you guys want to live there and have somebody else have to wipe your butt and stuff for you? Not me. I picked up a lot of patients when I was still running an ambulance back in the day. And it was a great job taking care of people. I love that part. But it's a part that you see them, how they live. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want somebody having to shower me every couple of days. Or if you get a lousy rest home, getting bed sores and crap like that, making you feel worse. And it's just a miserable time. And that's just crazy. But anyways, my bestest honorary American patriot. What up, Lee? What's happening, man? Unfortunately, money spent given to illegals doesn't help. No, they've spent, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars on illegals, but not our own. And that pisses me off even more. Did anyone else get their bushcraft knife yet? I got mine. I got plenty of knives, Dennis. I don't need the bushcraft one. I got a ton of them. But he's talking to you guys. Did you guys get your bushcraft knives yet? It's a knife you need. You got to get prepared, people. This is happening. Something's going to happen. Remember, we still have an October surprise coming yet. So don't let us down. I've got another. I don't even know what. Did I even download it? Yep, I downloaded a video for that. We'll have here in a little while. But let's get on with the next one. What do we got next? Oh, this Oversight Committee. I got a little video for you guys to watch real quick. Take a look at this.
This is deeply, deeply suspicious. You know, Tim Walz has been trying to explain away one fact or another, and I can understand that. But the point is, he cannot explain away the pattern And if he didn't report this to his superiors, then this is, I think, a firing offense. He needs to be off the ticket, and he probably should no longer serve as Minnesota's governor.
The House Oversight Committee launched an investigation into vice presidential candidate Tim Walz over his longstanding history with China. There are concerns the relationship could pose national security threats if he were elevated to the White House next year.
They're supplying universities with unlimited amounts of cash to indoctrinate this liberal anti-American sentiment that's shared by many of our youth.
Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer announced an investigation into Walz's ties to China, saying the Minnesota governor visited the country 30 times, including for his honeymoon with his wife.
Now you see that he took gifts and all kind of stuff that he admitted to doing it, said they treated him like a king over there. So that's stuff that he has to report or it's illegal. So let's see what's going to happen with that. But you're right, Jerry. Something's going to happen. They're going to try to put Trump in jail, and that's what's coming up here next month. So we're going to see what happens to that. Rowdy, what's going on, Rowdy? I see him coming to the house. Yeah, he should go to jail. That weasel Walz should go to jail for what he's done. I'm prepared, but my truck, I'll be the first one killed. But my luck, I'll be the first one killed. No, Mag, I'm pretty sure you'll put up a hell of a fight. All right, next one we got from the kitchen table to the world stage. Trump just defined what separates him and Kamala Harris. Well, that's not hard to do. Everything. Trump's got a proven record. Harris has no record whatsoever. And so what else do you need to say? No, no, we can't get that lucky, Becky. She said she thought I was going to say Biden was in hospice care. I don't wish ill will on anybody, but the man's sick and he should not be in that White House right now. I'm sorry. But Trump's defining himself. He doesn't need to define himself with her. She has nothing except for Joe Biden's failures. And they are both their failures because she is his vice president. Trump has got a proven positive record. Not everything that he's done is great, but everything is positive. This economy was positive. The inflation was down. Everything was down. And these idiots sitting there saying, well, inflation's down. From where? The 9% that it was that Joe Biden caused? Because it was, 1.9% when Trump left office. So these people keep saying, well, inflation's down to 2.9. From where Joe Biden had it. When it gets below 1.9, then you can say Biden's actually done something. It will never get to that point. Interest rates are still high. People can't afford homes. Gas prices, food prices, everything is through the roof. So I don't want to hear it from your stupid-ass, liberal-ass mouths. Shut the hell up until they can get it down to where Trump had it. That'll never happen. What do we got here? 15 to 18 million people brought into this country, more people chasing less goods, much higher prices, less goods to go around that translate into shortages, lines, rationing, and worst of all, control. Dennis hit it right on the money. That's exactly, he'll explain it right there. The people don't understand it. It's not my fault you're that dumb. And I'm not talking to my people, my Whipkin warriors and everybody in here that tune in. It's the idiots out there that don't understand what economics means. And people, businesses will, and they keep saying that she wants to raise corporate taxes to 28%. Right now, it's at 21%. You raise corporate taxes, what's going to happen? They are going to raise their rates for everything else to make up for this. And then they don't understand the fact that you give corporate tax breaks, they give us tax breaks by lowering their prices. Everything has a cost when you do this stuff. So these people can't even understand the basics of math. So they're going to sit there and try to tell us, the people that actually know what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Give me a break. Okay, well, let me see here. Let me get this. Oh, I gotta set this up first, Dennis. Hold on. Don't play. Okay. Hold on 1 second while I set this up. Oh, don't do that. I got to do a screen share here real quick, guys. So hold on 1 second. It won't take me that long. Entire window, this one. Okay, this is going to be Dennis's Don't Get Dead disaster factor tip of the day. So take a look at this once it comes up, and we'll get it. Everybody, hold on a second. There is your disaster factor tip of the day. And I didn't get to play my intro on that one. So, but here's mine.
In the past, we've sent stuff to teach you how to do sutures or give yourself stitches or give somebody else stitches. Look, I got a cut. And let's face it, a lot of us are not medical professionals. And that's kind of a delicate thing. I don't particularly want to give myself stitches. And I certainly don't want to give somebody else stitches, okay? If you have a laceration or a good cut that's going to need stitches, you can't get medical help, you open this up, you grab a tab, and you pull that off. Stick this down, push and hold, and push towards the wound, keeping the tab up. And then you're going to pull your tab while keeping pressure down on your wound. Look how awesome that works. That Micromin staple right there is going to help keep that wound tight. I don't know about you, but I don't like going to the doctor. If I can fix something myself, I'm probably going to do that.
There's our Don't Get Dead disaster factor tips of the day. Thank you for that, Dennis. That was good. So when you hit people with a cane on your head, you can fix their injuries that you give to them. Let me fix my tablet here that's going all haywire here. All right. Okay, where are we at now? Oh, yeah, this is a good one here. Let me get that off of here. Trump recruits Tulsi Gabbard as advisors ahead of debate with Kamala Harris. Because if you remember, she destroyed Kamala Harris when she ran for president. And that was the best thing you ever saw. So take a look at this real quick video here of Tulsi Gabbard versus Kamala Harris. Take a look at this.
Kamala Harris does not have the strength to stand up.
Donald Trump has roped in former Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard to prepare for his ABC News debate on September 10. Sources close to the former president stated that Trump was present at a practice session at his private club. A former rival to Vice President Kamala Harris, Gabbard was a presidential candidate in the 2020 US elections. In a 2019 debate, Gabbard had thrown flack at Kommila, accusing her of having obstructed evidence that could have let an innocent man leave death row. Tulsi Gabbard's origins have been misreported in the past, with her being called an Indian. She is a Hawaiian of Samoan descent who identifies as a Hindu. Now, the 2024 presidential elections have a Hindu-American woman pitted against her Indian-American rival, Kamala Harris.
So now you see that he's got somebody that's really going to help him out with this because she was very good at what she did when she debated her. So that is something that's going to be something to see. So what was this one? We already played that one? Yes, we played that one already. Let me get that off of there. But now everybody's making some good comments in here that make sure you invest in lead. Where was that at? I just saw that. You got to do that. Lead and steel. That was a very good one that I saw. Price control will cause business to go down. And that's just another Hitler way of running things with her price control and stuff. And it's got to stop. There's a lot of businesses going down, and Lee said he's in a pretty much Amish Mennonite area, but businesses are dropping like flies, and it's going to even get worse. When you see companies like Rite Aid, that's been around forever, closing all their stores, you got a problem. And it's because of Joe Biden. You've never seen so many businesses shut down since Biden administration has taken over. But I have lidocaine and suture kits. Oh, a suture kit? You're good, Sean. And welcome, Sean. I saw you earlier, I think. But there's a lot of things you guys need to start catching up on with getting stuff prepared. Food-wise, I've been canning all summer with the garden and stuff, and I canned last year with meats and stuff like that. So I can last for a little while, not a huge while, but it's going to be tough if we get those food lines going, and we can't afford that, guys. All right, where are we getting to? We want to. Trump announces his transition team. He got 2 people that I want you to see in this video that could help. They're going to be a good asset to Trump's team when he gets in. So take a look at this real quick.
Well, first of all, let me say today is a great day for America, a great day for President Trump, and a great day for reclaiming this country out of the hands of the socialists, frankly, that are trying to destroy everything. Linda McMahon, I know, Larry, you and I and Chris all worked hand in glove with her in the last White House. She was often she would be characterized as President Trump's favorite cabinet secretary, not to start a war amongst family, but truly remarkable, built one of the most amazing businesses in American history, WWE, and for the last almost 4 years has been building the America First Policy Institute. She's remarkable, and there's no one better. But Howard Lutnick, I know many people, or a lot of people may not know his name as well as Linda, but let me tell you about Howard Lutnick. He was the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, which was hit on 9/11, and perhaps more than anyone else who was destroyed by 9/11, Howard Lutnick was the top of the list. Larry, he lost 650 employees that day, including his brother. And he has been a longtime friend of President Trump. And I think what he brings to this project is not only the trust of the president and the president's family, which is very important, but also this idea that you can build something great and huge in just a matter of days, weeks, and months. Yes. He brought Cantor Fitzgerald back from the dust.
He did.
Within a matter of months. It was remarkable.
And
so you put those two together, it's magic.
He took care.
Now you see what they're talking about. These people sound like they're going to be a great asset, and they were. One of them was in the last administration. Biden has got the worst economist. That Yellen, oh my God. How is she even still in there? That woman don't have a clue of what's going on. But I want to share you this with Jerry. If you didn't see this, guys, yet. He put up 3 men's pictures. And I can't share them they don't allow it on StreamYard for some reason yet. But one guy posted racist comments on Facebook. He got 15 weeks in jail. This other guy sold anti-immigration stickers. He got 24 months in prison. This illegal criminal repeatedly raped a 12-year-old girl, got 180 community hours, no prison time. This is the problem with this country. Peckerheads like that, pervert, pedophile, rapist, they should be hanging from their nuts from a noose, period. I don't care. Sorry if you guys get offended by that, but no, I don't think anybody's going to get offended in here, but that guy should not be alive. You rape anybody, be a woman, man, child, I don't get a dog. You should die. Period. That's my opinion on it. You don't like it, I don't care. That's my opinion. I refuse to watch the stupid ass left-wing liberal Nazi socialist communist Democrat convention. You're right, but I got it on because if things going to get funny, something's going to happen and we're going to miss it. But I'm not going to watch it with the volume on. I'm just putting it on now to see if we see it. What's going to happen? Nutcases. Right. And everybody now wants to bring up that dumb bitch that sued Trump for rape. She wasn't raped. And I keep telling them she had no proof. She didn't know when it was, what time, or anything like that. No witnesses, no evidence, no nothing. And they think Trump's still guilty. Holy shit, how stupid are these people? Let's see what else we got going on here. I'm watching, not listening, even that's difficult. It is, Daniel, you're right, man. And that's why I got it playing in the background so you guys look at it. If you're looking at me, you're probably not. You're probably paying attention to the chat like I am. Thank you, MAGA. I don't like pedophiles or rapists, and neither do the inmates at the prison. They anybody that's like that, they no longer are anal retentive for very long. They have to wad up a bunch of paper towels or toilet paper and plug that up there because when they get to them, they act right. Okay. They do exactly what needs to be done to those ignorant pedophiles. 2 more items for your 72-hour bag. Get a home bag. If you don't got your home bag that he's been talking about and he's been giving you ideas to fill them up, here's some more for you. 2 Mylar emergency thermal blankets. Real cheap. You can go anywhere and get them. Walmart has them. If you guys have Harbor Freights around or something like that, go on Amazon. They're pretty cheap there too. Get to them. 2 hard-tuned super glue. And a super glue is a good one for a bandage if you don't have the liquid bandage that they have out now. Stored in a brown plastic prescription medication bottles. Super glue can be used for everything from repairing shoes, clothing, to wounds, cuts. 2 thermal blankets are for covering, and the second to sit on, lay on, whatever. Remember that you lose body heat faster when you're in contact with a cold surface, water than not. So another couple good tips for you. Oh, wow, that was quick, Billy Bob. I'm glad you got it. Thank you for letting me know. You got it faster than what I thought you would. I've got a few more stuff going out. I got one. I think Vic's got one coming too. But everybody's giving some great advice in here. Yeah. Ain't nobody look at that and their toy ain't working. You can't look at Kamala Harris and actually make it work. Did you see her husband? Oh, you guys probably didn't watch it. Her husband was sitting there bouncing around on the stage here earlier before we went live. Like a freaking idiot. These two are a disgrace. And they want to try to call Trump bad. Oh, my God. Trump is a dream compared to these people. What is that, Jerry? I wish I could share these things, but Stream, they don't let me do that. All right. Let me get moving here real quick. Oh, yeah, they identified the guy in Trump's, that robbed Trump's campaign headquarters. They can't find him. But you can find a flea on a tick's ass at January 6th, but you can't find this guy. Got a criminal history a mile long, but the FBI can't find this guy. Now, I talked about this morning. Vance's plane ends up with an emergency, had to land real quick, just like Trump's plane did the other day. Kind of funny, don't you think? That both planes have issues. Trump Force 2 had issues. Trump Force 1 had issues. Oh, yeah. So this is kind of funny that all this comes up now, closer to election. More and more stuff comes up that seems kind of funny. But Vance's plane had a seal around the door. That's what they had. That's why they ended that. What do we got here? Mobile glory hole. Oh my God, Jerry, you got some winners here, man. If you're on Wimpkin chat, you're gonna love these pictures. But if you're not, you're missing something out. You guys got to get on to Wimpkin.com and look /country conservative. Find me. Look at this. You guys can enjoy the great conversations that they got going on in here. Exactly, Tina. And hi, Tina. I didn't see you. It's just funny how that works, right? But now here, I got this next article I got to get to. New York Mayor Eric Adams served with more grand jury subpoenas in corruption investigation. How many more Democrats are going to get brought up on charges? William, what's going on, William? And this man is getting them over and over again. Take a look at this video real quick.
Significant development in the corruption investigation into Mayor Eric Adams' 2021 campaign. Federal prosecutors subpoenaed the mayor last month, requesting more information in a probe we first learned about 9 months ago. Elijah Westbrook is live outside City Hall with more on these latest revelations. Elijah.
Yeah, good morning, Mary. And as you mentioned, those 3 subpoenas were issued just last month. It's believed right now that federal prosecutors are searching through documents, text messages, and other materials that could help them in this ongoing investigation. Now, CBS News New York was able to confirm that the subpoenas seek information in a number of areas, including the mayor's travel with his aides, plus campaign financing dating back to 2021.
The man is dirty. The man tells criminals what crimes they can commit, and he's not going to charge them with anything. So why the hell would you do something like that? A typical Democrat-run city. And these people keep voting for these idiots to be in there to run their cities and their states. You can't wake these people up. But I'm going to fly through a couple of these here real quick because some of them aren't that important. But Russia is blaming Ukraine, saying Ukraine's going to shoot off a nuclear dirty bomb targeting Russian nuclear power plants. Now Russia's going to start their shit with that, trying to make people boo-hoo for them after they attacked Ukraine for no reason. And a war that we should not be in because of the Democrats and all of our money going over there is why we're in there. Now, Rashid Tlaib, furious when Biden administration over Geneva Convention. If you saw her in this video when Netanyahu was in our government talking to Congress, she's holding up a thing, war criminal, because he's protecting himself from terrorists, and she's calling him a war criminal. I'm glad she's gone. So that's pathetic. She is... Oh, it's now we got another squad member that is gone, and he's crying. Jamal Bowman issues desperate plea after historic primary loss. He spent $14 million on his campaign, and now he's begging the donors to help him pay off the rest of his bills. So how is the son bitch going to pay his bills? And I think Daniel brought this up this morning. If he won, how was he going to pay him off? Well, same thing. Now he lost. He can't afford it, so he's crying, boo-hoo, and he can't afford to pay his debt. So how's he going to get that money? I think it's hilarious. That's why I brought this up. And the last thing I was going to bring up here, but you guys got some good stuff going in here. What a stupid Trump interview on X. Oh, yeah, I got that one. And it shows her running away from being questioned from Elon Musk. I love that one. Russia doesn't use dirty bombs in their own people. They arrest them and put them in gulags. Yeah, exactly, William. Israel's about to destroy some shit. Gonna be beautiful. Yeah, exactly, William. Fuck Iran. They are terrorists. They are nothing. They should all be gone. Those countries that support terrorism should be wiped off the map, period. But this last thing I want to tell you about is this doctor to Newsmax. Monkeypox is contagious, but not like COVID. But we're getting conflicting stories here. So the first one I want you to watch real quick is the outbreak. And that's the first one. And then we're going to show you another one that gets conflicting stories about this monkeypox. Take a look at this real quick.
Why do health experts stress vaccination for preventing Mpox? Stay tuned to find out. Mpox is caused by the monkeypox virus, similar to smallpox, but usually milder. The first human case was identified back in 1970 in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. This virus spreads through close contact with infected people or animals. It can enter your body through broken skin, respiratory droplets, or contaminated materials. Historically, Mpox outbreaks were limited to Central and West Africa. But in 2022, a major global outbreak spread beyond these regions, prompting a public health emergency. How can you prevent Mpox? Vaccination is key. Vaccines like Jynneos and ACAM 2000, initially developed for smallpox, are effective. They're recommended for high-risk groups like healthcare workers and people with multiple sexual partners. Avoiding contact with infected individuals.
Now, to me, that sounds like a government-run ad right there. But now when you listen to this one, it kind of contradicts what they just said in this first one. And this was only a minute, so take a look at this real fast.
Welcome, everyone, to our chat about monkeypox. I'm Dr. Leo Moore, the Medical Director for Clinic Services at the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health. I oversee 8 public health centers throughout the county that specialize in HIV prevention, sexually transmitted diseases, tuberculosis, and refugee health. I'm happy to have you here today. We collected questions for this session previously from community members. If you have more questions, please go to our website at publichealth.lacounty.gov/monkeypox. Does monkeypox spread like COVID? No, monkeypox spreads very differently from COVID-19. COVID-19 is spread primarily through respiratory fluids like saliva, whereas although monkeypox can be spread through respiratory fluids, it's more commonly spread through skin-to-skin contact where one person touches or rubs the sores of another person. For more information, please visit the LA County Department of Public Health website at ph.lacounty.gov/monkeypox.
And now you see the difference between the two videos. That's why I said that first one is government run. And they sit there and tell lies, and then this guy's sitting there telling the truth. And this is what these liberals believe. All this shit that's coming out. I don't trust any of these vaccines that they got coming out. Do you? I'm pretty sure you guys don't trust them either. After what we saw with COVID, who the hell would believe anything and trust anything this government says? And they're pushing the vaccine. Get the vaccine, just like they did with COVID. And what did it do? It was killing more people than it helped. I really find a problem with that. I shared an article on my page about Bill Gates is trying to or wants to spread monkeypox. John, that you mentioned it, he's already been working on a vaccine. He said that a couple years ago, that he put money into investing in this kind of stuff. Maybe this is the surprise when they're going to try to lock down because of this stuff, but it's all a lie. And if you got exactly what everybody's saying, if you don't having sex with monkeys, you'll be all right. So that puts out all the liberals out there, because half of them that I see look like monkeys. Monkeypox like AIDS, anal inflicted death sentence. Yeah. Have y'all noticed it doesn't affect the elites? Never does. None of it does. AIDS, nothing. The mask was equally effective for both. Yeah, none of this stuff has worked, and they want to try to get you to believe that this shit actually works, and it's not going to. I know, as conservatives, will not believe this stuff again. And a lot of people had no choice if they wanted to keep their job, and I kind of pissed off about that. But you had no choice. You had to have a livelihood. You had to have your money. So some people had to do it. And then now a lot of people have paid the price for it. This dude is as gay as a $3 bill. Yeah. Don't go locking any monkey pox bumps. Licking any. Yeah. Leave the World Behind on Netflix. Excellent. Was Obama telling us what they are going to do? Does he want to look as a prophet? Exactly right. And I heard about it, but I didn't watch it, Dennis, just because it was Obama's. Monkeypox is the COVID vaccine. That is why Gates is the next pandemic. Plandemic. Will get your attention with a little grin on his face. Right. That was licking. Yeah, I got that one. And Tina was right. I mean, it's all of you guys are making some great point. They're putting mRNA and everything now. No more vaccines, period. The vaccine is going to change your own genomes, and your guys can't take. We can't do that. I'm not taking them. I've got some other issues that allow me not to take them, so they can't force me at all. So, and they're just small issues that when I was younger. NIH will take care of it. Oh yeah, NIH will take care of everything. Don't worry, they got idiot behind them. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We had a great discussion on chat and Wimpkin. If you guys missed out, you got to get on the wimpkin.com, download the app, go on computer, get it. You'll love it, guys. We get into some great conversations, and it just goes on forever. And if people didn't have to go to work the next day, we would stay on it a little bit longer too, but a lot of people got to work, and I get up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I know Vic works almost all freaking night. But she gets up early. Everybody gets up early to go work. So don't forget, check out my Wimpkin page at wimpkin.com/country conservative. Also on X and Rumble, catch me at Country Conservative. Share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I ask you that every week. Please do that for me. Get my audience out there. Share my videos, even our live stream, to get the truth out to people. We'll keep this up until November, guys. As long as you're with me, I'm going to try to make it all the way. So, had a great time, you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will leave you with this. As we wrap up tonight's episode of the Conservative Viewpoint, let's remember that the power to shape our nation's future lies in our hands. The November election is more than a political contest. It's a defining moment in our values, our freedoms, and our way of life. We dove into critical issues, reignited the flame of patriotism that burns within us all. Now it's up to each of us to carry this moment forward. Talk to your neighbors, engage in meaningful conversations, and most importantly, make your voices heard at the ballot boxes. We'll be saying that all the way up until November, guys. So together we can ensure that America remains a land of the opportunity, a bastion of liberty, and a beacon of hope for generations to come. Thank you for joining me tonight. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay inspired. This is the Country Conservative. I'm Charlie, signing off from the Conservative Viewpoint, saying God bless you, God bless America. Good night, all, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. See ya.